Live from the kitchen today. I've just got about 20 minutes, that's all I'm going to stay. Hopefully you're going to be able to hear me all right. Hello if you're watching on the replay. And obviously if you're a member, we love you. I don't know if we're going to get many in on this time on a Thursday. Let's have a quick cup of tea and we're going to work. Let's do a little buffet. It comes up pretty quick on there and it actually saves the chat straight away and uploads straight away as well. So Vape Presso armour mod, the one I won on Fagan's, the green one. I haven't got the lights on. Hello, one person. I-tank on the top with that lovely green tank guard on it. And in that, I've got some Marvellous. We wasn't that marvellous yesterday actually when I tried it. I found this, I made it the other week. And it was bloody awful. And I remembered I didn't put any sweetener in it, so I put a few drops of sweetener in there. And now it's reasonable. Hello Ian, how you doing? Can you hear me alright? I'm on the Road Go. Just stuck on a tripod at the side of the phone. I can actually turn it up a bit. It looks like it's doing okay though. It's peaking. I haven't used this for ages. Is it picking the fridge up? It may be picking the fridge up. Hello Billy Lee, we love you. How you doing? Nice to you. Mr. Anderson. That's a good thing about going live at this time of day. You actually get Mr. Anderson in the chat as well. Nice to see you, mate. I haven't seen you for absolutely ages. You must be at work, presumably. Are you still doing the mods and Atty stands and stuff like that, or have you decided you're not going to do it anymore? If you're not already a member, why not head over to Facebook and the UKVCA, the UK Vaping Community Association, and add yourself on there. We're just trying to put a few people together in case it all goes south, which depending on where you listen to, it already has gone south, so it's a waste of time anyway. If you're into your mixing, probably get yourself some Nick just in case. Hello Tyler, nice to see you, mate. All the way from the US of A, so you must be early over there. 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning. Put the mod the right way around. What a difference, a bit of, 8 o'clock. Still doing stuff when I can, but hard to work out. Oh yeah, of course, you don't want to be out there in the winter. Just been watching Bogan's last review from Australia, so he's heading his way over here. I don't know where he's going to stay, he didn't actually say. He's probably going to keep it a secret so we can't all go around and stalk him. I've just had my dinner, or lunch, depending where you live. Wife's just disappeared to my daughter's for the evening, so I thought I'd just pop on and do a quick live. Add something onto the channel. Obviously I've just vaped, so I'm not going to get paid for it. Oh dear. I need to trim my eyebrows. My wife said, and I keep thinking of, I've got the manscaping kit, and I need to get it out. I'm still on an hour whether to go to the expo or not. To be honest, I've got a bit on in May. We're going away at the end with Lou, so I was probably going to save the money for that. But I'm tempted to go because you never know if it all goes a bit wayward. It might be, it might not be that many left. Are you going, Ian? Are you expoing? The only thing they've got available now is rooms with double beds, so I can't take anybody else. Hello, Craig. Nice to see you, mate. So the only thing is with this, you can actually tell how many people are in. So when you're doing it on a computer, you can sit there blissfully unaware and naturally be talking to yourself, but you don't know for sure. I don't know if Graham's going. You can't get a decision out of Graham. He keeps saying, I don't know if I can afford it. And look at the new shirts. I've been on the Big Man's thing. The only thing, they've all come through the different colours with the same logo on, so everybody will think I'm wearing the same shirt for a month. Big dude. If you're a larger sort of person and you're looking for any, top market fashions, they're actually true to what they're supposed to be as well. This one's a bit longer, but I've been 3XL for ages, and according to the people at Sports Direct, I'm not on my phone now, but these are actually true to what the sizes are, so fit a treat. real comfortable, loads of room. I bought a jacket as well for going away. I'm going away with the lads later this month. I'm going over to Den Haag for a few days. So I just wanted a light jacket, so I picked one up off them, and Harrington one for 33 quid. Trouble is, if you buy stuff off Amazon, sometimes you need a 5XL because they've been made in countries where things are really small, and other times you only need a 2. So everything I've ordered from these so far, when I ordered some stuff for the christening, and it came, and I ordered it 4XL, and it was enough room for me and Sue in it. So that had to be sent back, and I think the trousers I actually sent back twice because to actually get the pair that fit me. According to them, I'm a lot smaller than what I first thought. So that's the only thing when you get big man stuff; it's usually all over the place. I was going to look getting the T-shirt printed, but would it actually work on cloth? Probably would, wouldn't it? Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please do, because it gets us up the logarithm, and we'll be a YouTube millionaire in no time. I was thinking about going live on my other channel, but there's less than 400 subs on there, and last thing you want to do is talk to yourself. So I need to build that channel up with some different types of reviews and get it going, just in case the apocalypse happens and there's nothing to talk about on this one. So what I found is it doesn't travel very well. If you put reviews on here that aren't vape related, they just get buried. I don't know whether one of the flavours helped me stop smoking. Yeah, well, yeah. Tobacco is a dreary flavour. It's okay for half the day, or maybe all the day. But by the time you get home in the evening, you're thinking, well, I could just do with a little bit of flavour. Trouble is, they don't know what they're doing, do they? That's the problem. That's what we're up against. They haven't really got a bloody clue, and they'll all sit there thinking they need to do this, they need to do that, and they're only doing it for themselves. I've no doubt, to be really honest, it does need some sort of regulation. But the trouble is, they're going to, it always looks like when they start, they're going to hit the people that were actually doing it right in the first place. These little C-stores that pop up flogging big vapes and white label cigarettes. I actually posted a thing the other day that raided a shop here posing as a toy shop. A toy shop that's open 10 p.m. And most of my customers are going there to get those white label Uki ciggies that you get from Bulgaria and places like that. Hopefully that's not too loud. That's actually a decent vape. It's surprising what you can do with a little bit of sweetener. That's all I put in there. I just remembered not putting any in, and I've only put, it's a 50ml bottle, and I only put 4 or 5 drops in, and it's just brought it's a blueberry gummy bear cotton candy, so a bit of a mix of flavours in there, and it was just a bit of bland. It tasted like the first e-liquid I'd ever mixed. Blueberry's a bit of a weird flavour for me because it sometimes tastes like bloody dish soap, to be really honest. There's been another couple of shops raided in Paignton for dodgy cigs. Yeah, they do it here all the time. It's the same group of people, to be really honest. It's actually organised crime. It's only a small market town. And these people aren't, they don't look like criminals. They're actually really nice people when you talk to them, but they've obviously realised a niche in the market, and that's what they're going to provide for. I'm not saying that they sell to underage, but they definitely sell the 3,000 puff ones because I've had customers do it, and they sell the fake and rolling tobacco and stuff like that as well. But then again, there's a certain core of people that are going to smoke because that's what they want to do. And you can raise the price and they will go and buy black market because they can't afford to buy the other stuff. Prohibition never works. As proved in America many years ago with alcohol. It just started up a crime network that is actually still going. And actually a really good racing team, the NASCAR stuff. But over here, to be honest, they're like Albanian and stuff like that. I pick them up. They're absolutely sound, nice people. They've obviously, they're ducking and diving, whatever they're doing. The thing is, it's only a bloody vape and it's not heroin. And there's plenty of places in this country that sell cocaine, heroin, amphetamines, misery by the box, and they do try, but there's more people selling it than they can actually do anything about. Don't take drugs, kids. I mean, it's really easy to look at somebody blowing a cloud out like that and think, what are you doing that for? Are you mental? But they weren't about in the 70s and 80s and even late 90s, when it was quite trendy to smoke cigarettes. They were in attractive packets, and that's what we did for many, many years. So I'm really going to show you today. I don't know what that was, but it's very sweet. Do they really want to stop vapes or just get back the tax they lost when we all switched? There's got to be a thing, really, hasn't it? And by involving, it's all about the children, that then makes it so you've got, I think, to be really honest, this government started it because it's been going on for a while now, but they're very, very low down in the polls. And I think this government started it for the simple reason that could be thousands of votes for them. The other lot are sort of saying, well, if we got in, we'd put it on prescription. And you try and get into a doctor in this small market town. I don't know if it's like it where everybody else lives, but you never, ever, ever get into a doctor. You will try and try and try. They'll put every hurdle in front of you because they're into it. So to get the prescription for nicotine, I would imagine that the doctors wouldn't really be that interested in that. They'd be more interested in looking after people who are actually ill. But one never knows. Is the prescription going to cost you a tenner? So then you've got a tenner for that. Charge what you want for whatever you're doing. Vilify an industry and just make money. Well, that's right, yeah. I bought a litre, to be honest. I've got a litre and a half now. The last litre last me a year and a half. And I've still got half of it left, so, I mean, I've always said if it got to the stage where you couldn't vape, I certainly wouldn't start smoking again. Because they're getting it twice then, aren't they? They're getting the tax, but I don't think. I mean, we're all speculating. We're all saying all sorts of things of what they're going to do, and nobody actually knows. Would you be able to get it if you were medically exempt? Hey, just imagine if you're over 60, and you're my wife. It's very, very, very quickly approaching that age, and apparently you get free prescriptions. So all their asthma stuff will now be for free. We're not used to receiving anything. We've always been working people. And never really claimed benefits, not for many, many years. So that would be something, wouldn't it? Here he's coughing. I had that bug last week. I was waiting to do that review on the Venus custard. And I didn't fancy vaping custard last week because I've got this respiratory type bug, not as bad as a lot of people have had it with that massive cough, and anyway, I left it and did it the other day. I could recommend them. This is not an advert, this is just a personal opinion, because apparently they're looking into Facebook, the bit where the bird with the big boobs does on Facebook. They're looking into that now, so let's be really honest though, if you're not angry. When they first released it, you sort of get angry. You think they're after us, and you automatically get that thing. If you look at it from a different point of view and just think about it, you can understand them not wanting another load of people to get addicted to something. And it all sounds a bit daft to us because we're obviously 95% better off vaping than what we were when we were smoking, but it's still 5% worse than not doing anything else. So you can sort of understand the point, but the trouble is with governments, it all turns into a little bit Big Brotherish, doesn't it? It's a bit like, you will do this and you will be better. And when you live in the real world, if you go to a 9 to 5 job, walk from your house to the bus, get on the bus, get off the bus at your job, walk in there, and don't deal with people all day. You don't even think. You think life's perfect, but when you look into the real world, I know a lot of alcoholics and addicts doing what I do for my job and their struggles throughout the day. There's a lot of other things you really need to get sorted out before you move around to somebody steaming. I would love it if I could get all my juice costs covered by my prescription payment. Yeah, but I think the idea is you get a prescription and then you go and buy it. I'm not imagining that they're going to say, oh, well, this is the juice that you get with your prescription. I'm presuming it's like a private prescription where you actually do it and then you have to pay the cost. Not be as easy as that, will it? Can you imagine the shit juice that they'd give you as well? It'd be some absolute terrible crap, wouldn't it? I would think. I share the position on my Stagecoach area social network and the Stagecoach drivers Facebook group. Well, yeah. I mean, it's amazing how many people you see vaping, whether they be 95 years old or, odd times. They said there's a pandemic of youth vaping. There'll be a hardcore bunch of kids that will do anything to push back on authority. And if you take a disposable off them on Wednesday, they'll go buy another one on Wednesday night, and then you can take it off them on Thursday. But the way they go on, it's as if, there's an absolute pandemic of people vaping these pink things. But they would have been the people that maybe started smoking. 3 colleagues and 1 member of the public have signed. Well, there you go, that's 4 more people. So the catch you outer is if you don't verify your email address, then you're stuffed now. My wife's going to fill it in because she said tobacco vapes smell like shit, and there's no way. She did a quick review for me when I was vaping that Aramaxi tobacco. She went, "That bloody stinks." So that's. I said, "Do you want to sign the thing then?" So because otherwise, that's all I'll be allowed to vape. She said, "Outside, you will." Yeah, just imagine, 400 ml of juice on a prepayment prescription. They've really sorted this YouTube live out because I'm actually just on an iPhone 14, and it used to be terrible before. The comments used to come up and disappear as soon as they did, and you were constantly looking for them. And they've sorted the picture out and everything. It's really strong. They're basically, I would imagine, trying to get the TikTokers back, because the amount of people that are live on TikTok. I suppose I better say this live is for information only. I'm actually using my own stuff that I bought for myself, and not selling any of it to anybody. I'm not promoting it in any way. I'm just having a vape while I'm talking to my friends, just in case the powers that be decide they want to shut us off. So is the audio okay, or does it sound really echoey? Can you hear the fridge? That's the only trouble with kitchens, you get a fridge. It's picking up something because you can see it on my little. This is what I'm using. That's there's a microphone, Bluetooth microphone that goes into this box. This is the Rode Go. There's the Rode Go 2 now, where you can actually do interviews on it. That's where it's connected up at the bottom. That's obviously the battery, and it connects through the lightning connector into the phone. By the use of that little red lead that you have to buy. The one that comes in the box is the one for a camera, and this one has to be plugged in there. I'm not going to pick the microphone up, but it looks just the same as what that does. But on the earlier ones, the wind cover on the front is rubbish. It clicks on and clicks straight back off again as soon as you try and use it. I did buy the interview one, where you put a windsock over the top, so you'd be able to sort of, if you were talking to somebody, you'd be able to give it this. But unfortunately, at Expo, it slipped down in my bag, and the little poppy thing popped off the top, twice the size of that, which said Rode on it, and it popped off, and I went back to walk around the Expo and never found it, so I don't know what happened to that. But somebody got a free one, and they're 12 quid to buy, so if I go into the Expo, I'll have to buy another one. It's only a stick really with that on the top. We've just had Lou Ramsey's, took Sue back with it. Yeah, good. And so they're about 200 quid a piece, these microphones. It's a good system. If you've got a lapel, they just fit on there. If you've got a hat, you can just click it on the brim. But it doesn't really work very well with round neck t-shirts. You'd end up listening to me swallowing tea. There's 12 people in here now, and only 3 chatting. So everybody say hello. You know, I do that all the time. That's the only thing with this mod. It looks the same from either way, and you pick it up, and you turn it around and try and press the back of it. This doesn't like RDAs. It doesn't like firing below 0.1. So obviously with RDAs sometimes they drop down a little bit, and it's really not. It keeps coming up atomizer fault. But for this tank or for an RTA, it seems to work perfect. They're nice. If you can pick one of these eye tanks up, I've got an 8mm bubble glass with them, or you can buy an 8mm bubble glass. You've got hands like shovels, so it actually fits. They are quite weighty. I don't know what the weight, to be honest. But it's got dual 21700s in there. And this particular coil, I think, is a 0.15. And the perfect wattage is 85, so you don't have to get through some juice. But if you're making it yourself, it doesn't matter, does it? You're a big guy, I thought you'd have massive hands. Oh, Gen 200 with the iTac. Excellent. Have you tried the Osiris RTAs? No, I haven't. Hello, Connor. How are you doing, mate? With your blue spanner. No, I've not. I've not really been buying anything because I booked a couple of flights to Malaga, and years and years ago, I had a bit of a checkered past with credit cards. I used to think money was free. This is a lot of years ago. I've grown up now, and you just kept adding to your balance, paying minimum payment, adding to your balance. Now I've got this absolute fear and dread of ever being in debt. So as soon as I buy anything, I make sure I've got the money to pay the credit card off at the end. Well, a couple of flights to Malaga, because we want to go Maybank holiday, worked out just over 900 quid. So I had to pay that off. So, you know, I've put all my personal pocket money into paying them off. Just got to pay for the apartment now. You've got a single battery. Is that the one where you charge it up itself? You know what I mean? It's internal. That's the word I was looking for. Have you tried the Osiris then, Connor? And how are you getting on with that pink thing that you've got? It'll come to me in a minute. SX Mini. How are you getting on with that? Oh, all right. Well, they should be in battery cases if they came. Now, single 21700. So what's that then? Was that good for about 80 watts? Trouble is, when they're single, sometimes they don't have to go down quick, don't they? These seem to last forever. I had a mad thing last week of I've always had this thing like, well, I can't really wick that well. And then I thought, well, you're as capable as everybody else of wicking. You just haven't shown the interest. So I took everything out that I thought I couldn't wick and wicked it. You've got the Osiris Mini RTA. Bloody awesome. Love the Pure Max. That's it. I can't put the Dreamer down. Mechhead Nevins. Where did you get that from then? Did you buy it new? I've got the Keen, which is basically the same thing. I won't mind the stacked version for it, but the only stacks you can get for that are they're a completely different colour. Mine's the chrome. I like a bit of stacked vaping. The only thing I have found, should I say, I do find, is that when you started using these sort of things and you're doing mouth to lung and that, you do notice when you've had a night on the series that you do get a bit of a soft throat the next morning. You know, you've had it like when you used to smoke Capstan full strength. But other than that, they're fine. Right. Time to fill this up yet again. This e-liquid's been upstairs and we don't have an heating upstairs and it was a bit cool. These eye tanks are brilliant. You don't get the flavour that you do off a bloody RTA though, really. But they're just so convenient, aren't they? You can take them anywhere you want. You just need to fill them up every now and again. Can you see that? These cameras are good, aren't they? This one's 4K on the inside if you're just doing recordings. I don't know, I think they just do 720 when you go live on your phone. I really need to go in a minute. I've got a fair job on at 1:15. A bit of a big out of town, it'll take me a couple of hours. So that'll be a nice start for a Thursday. That's good. I think there were more than that years ago. And you'd have thought, to be honest, at the minute, people have been taking advantage of people thinking that there might not be stuff available. Maximum 100 watt, 0.4 ohm coil in the eye tank. Yeah, sound. Yeah, good. This is, I wouldn't say it's warm. The tank's not getting hot either, that's at 80 watts. But I love that 8mm glass. I mean, that would have been a way, really, wouldn't it? They go on about all the waste from disposables. If the biggest problem was, we've only ever had technically 2mm disposables. Whereas if you get something, I actually bought this to try because I'd never tried a big one. If you get something like that, that's been stood on there. I don't use it that often, and I must have had it 6 weeks. It's quite cool looking as well, and it fit in the top pocket. So if you'd had them in the first place, chances are your batteries are going to go flat before it empties. So there's 4 small disposables in there, so that's going to get rid of a lot of waste, isn't it? But it's the usual sort of sweet flavour. It just depends what your build is, doesn't it? 0.1 Samsung 30T, you get 3 hours out of it. A lot of the stuff I bought was from SR Vapes for a while, so I did actually get loads of batteries. So I've got 2 chargers full of batteries. I've got an 8 bay one for 18650s and an 8 bay one for 21700s, and they're both full. So you've always got a fresh battery, so you get 6 hours out of 2 hours. I'm saying that, you don't go out there. That first hit though on a fresh battery doesn't have growl, doesn't it? Have you seen the government are now taxing e-cigs? The thing is, Connor, if they start taxing them, then it's going to be a regulated industry, and people are going to know that it's a regulated industry, and they're going to stop going on about it, hopefully. There's very much speculation about what's going to happen, and that's the only problem when you get something like this. The government should have come out with a clear set of ideas and said what they were looking to do, and a lot of people then would have not worried about what they're going to do, because everybody's got a different opinion. People are connected to the industry are saying one thing, other people connected to the industry are saying another thing. Never bought anything from SR, but it's a bloke, I can't remember his name. His name's Steve. I can't remember. Little Bro Vapes, he knows him personally. And the good thing about Steve is that he sells stuff and he don't go cheap on it. But what he does do, you get the customer services. I actually bought a heavy hitter, and it came and it was faulty. I mean, I don't know how you can get a faulty mech, but it wouldn't do anything. It was a waste of time. And I got in touch with him and, I'm really sorry, mate. But I think I got in touch with him one day, and he didn't answer me. He didn't answer me after 2 days, and I thought, what's going on here then? And then I messaged him again. He went, I'm really so sorry. He said, I've missed your message. I'm sending one out straight away with a bag in it. Can you send it back? And I said, well, so it's definitely faulty. But said, you wouldn't be sending it back if it wasn't, would you? He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to tax, as it gives them an income from it. Yeah, well, exactly. That's it. It needs regulation. Whichever way you look at it, it's really easy to say, well, it's working perfectly. But it isn't working perfectly because it's been flooded with disposables going into shops that shouldn't be selling them, and the wrong people buying them. So it needs regulating. It's a thing that we've got to do. We had a thing here with the taxes where they didn't realise, and it had gone on forever, it made it so people from other counties could come across here and get a taxi plate and then clear off back to where they were and use it there as private hire. And it took 2 years to change that rule because otherwise it would have been seen as prejudiced against people trying to make a living. So that sometimes is the problem, that when you're in a democracy, you can't just say, right, we're not doing that anymore, and from this morning, that's going to happen. SR Vapes over the years had some beautiful stuff in. He used to sell a load of mechs. I think I bought my Saga from him, and not the Rule Breaker, that came from somewhere else. The Stormbreaker, that came. So if you imagine, there was 3 batteries in the Stormbreaker, 2 in the other one. To send the coating of the battery. Right, yeah. I don't know what it was, to be honest. It was sort of half. It was definitely to do with the buttons. So you might have been right. Maybe I should have just give that a bit of a hit. But I've tried everything, absolutely everything, and it just didn't seem to sit right. I think it was just a faulty one. Something in the must have been in the copper, because they're all copper in town. And then he sent a new one out, put a battery in, and off we went. Banging thing. I mean, it's a cheap mech. When you're finished, it feels cheap when you're doing it. A bit creaky. Doesn't, but it's hit like a bloody truck. That's One Guy Alfie. Hello, mate. How you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome. I don't know if we've seen you before. I know we've got the other Sean, but he ain't in now. Not that Sean, the other one. I stole that one again. Excellent, thank you very much. Whereabouts are you? Nice to see you. Guessing, I don't know. Let's not guess. I stumbled across my Bogan mech review the other day. It is nice, beautiful. Oh, in Manchester. Yeah, we're only in Lincolnshire. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I am because I'm that famous. People might want to come round and stalk me. Just on the Lincolnshire-Nottinghamshire border, that's where I really am. Are you a vapor, that One Guy Alfie? I'm not actually smoking anything. It's one of them things. It's steam, it's not smoke. It's the Vaporesso Armour mod with the eye tank on top with some one of my own concoctions in there. How long have you been at it? Are you sub to the channel? If you're not, please do. We do a couple of live things a week, and we get a review out. And odd times I do build tutorials for wicking and that type of thing, different devices. Although I haven't done a lot of that recently because I've not really got anything to build on. Oh, you watch us a lot. Oh, excellent. You've never come up in the chat before, unless we've never seen you before. We've also got a little membership thing, so you never know, you might get a freebie. They do 10 free memberships a month. Obviously with the idea that once you've had a free membership for a month, you might stay around for another one. It does work for some people. Oh yeah, we'll do a live every Monday night. I'm just doing it on the phone today, sat in the kitchen. The late night vape show, well, the Monday night with Bill and Mick, we get some really famous people on sometimes as well. Yeah, pop in. If you set the notification bell, it should come up when we go live Monday night at 9 o'clock. Been doing it now for, did I say 4 years? 2020 we started, so 4 years. Do a few reviews and that type of thing. Monday at 9 PM, 2100 GMT. Yeah, pop in. So we just do an hour. We used to do an hour and a half, 2 hours and that type of thing, but over the years you sort of get to realise that we go for quality rather than quantity, shall we say. If you believe that, you believe it. No, we just do it. It's just something I enjoy doing. So how's your Thursday going? Been up to anything? No, I've not been up to anything yet. I start work in about 15 minutes. I don't know if you want to. Yeah, there's decent intros and outros as well. Actually, it cost me 80 something pound a year to subscribe to Epidemic Sounds to put that music on. And I enjoy it, to be honest. It's on an app now on the phone, so you can actually use it to listen to. I drive a cab for a living. 28 years tomorrow. I went self-employed. I've actually been driving them 32, I think we worked it out to be. Amazing outros. Technically only comes in for the outros, that. You can't wait for us to clear off just so we can listen to the music. I don't know if Bogan will come on, Connor. It might be a bit easier for him when he's on our time line. I would think he'll be on with the Saturday show first, won't he? With Brent and that. Don't know if he'll want to do anything on a Monday night. The thing is, he probably don't want to do anything anyway. I didn't notice it because Lou was there last year. Last week she was in Perth, and the time difference in Perth is 8 hours, I think. So you'd be there just sort of sat there having a bit of lunch at 12 o'clock, and they're getting the kids to bed. So no, cab driver, taxi driver. I drive a Acne carriage. No, not truck driver, cab driver. Self-employed. It's not a black cab, but it's same status. It's a Ford Cougar I use. Oh, I'm not bother watching it then. If you're on, Connor. I say if you're getting timed out. Are you drinking Prosecco? Yeah, it's not really a taxi firm. It's just one cab. I work in with another guy who owns his own cab as well. No, we're not big. There's no massive companies. I think the biggest one's got about 7 or 8 round here. It's only a small market town, so there's not that much to do. They've actually just put some more buses on in the evening, so it's quiet enough a little bit. Just the tea time rush has disappeared because they're all getting on the bus instead. It's life, though, isn't it? Anyway, the Guinness. You're not drinking Prosecco anymore, then? You're looking for another Attistan with the Guinness drinking cowboy. I'm a bit partial to a pint of Guinness, to be honest. Although I do prefer Imperials. I like one with a bit of kick to it. There's one in Lidl's in Spain you can get 7.5%. I've got one can left in the fridge. I brought it back home with me when we came back in September. And I keep thinking about drinking it, and then I think, well, I won't have one then. You know, I tend to work late into the evening. I had a few beers last night, so I didn't go to bed too early. And somebody's decided to have the new fascias fitted about two doors up, and it's a terrace. So every time you hit it with the hammer, you can hear it. So I've been awake early this morning. Anyway, not been anyhow. Right, I'm going to have to fly anyway because I need to get my shoes on, get my flask type cups filled up, and what are we on about now, Connor? Oh, you've lost me. What was I on about? You've lost me. Oh, in Spain, you mean? You've lost me. I'll just answer you, Connor. If Spain, same area but different place completely. Oh, Guinness isn't bad. I like if you go in Lidl's in Spain, you can get that steam brew brand that they do. You get a 7.5% stout over there for about £1 a can, and it's nice. It's like a Guinness on steroids. It's beautiful. You get it in Portugal as well because I told Brent about it, and he went and got it. And drank that much, he shaved his beard off, which is always a good thing. I'm waiting for Vic to do that video about how to take your monitor to bits as well, because that's exactly what problem I've got with one of mine. And I nearly threw it out, but I stood it in the hallway, and I'm going to get it to bits and squirt it out with that isopropylene alcohol stuff. Make it work again, save myself a load of money. Right, if you could just hit like on your way out, it does something, I think. Everybody keeps telling me it does. Hey, what happens here? Let's just try something else. Oh, I can put a glow on. Oh no. Oh, this is a bit... Oh, look at that. I'll give myself some colour. I'll just try this. Blush. Beam. Oh, that was better, didn't it? Anyway, time I went. Catch you all soon, everybody. Have a lovely day.